was thinking about in the book, obviously, you beautifully introduced us to Kent. And obviously, the loss of Kent seems to be a place in your memory that's naturally so difficult and fuzzy. And you talk about in the book how you're not quite sure what your parents would have said and how it all felt. And I was just wondering if there were any, did you have support at that time through therapy and other ways to deal with that grief?
I've been looking recently at people like Anderson Cooper talking about, okay, how do you deal with grief? And, a lot of what they come up with is that if you can keep talking about the person and, what you got from them, you're kind of honoring them. And, so I did think that was helpful, but boy, it took me a long time because death, it was just such a shocking thing. But back then, the idea of how you dealt with trauma was mostly, hey, buck up, get on with things, which after a few months, I did.
Yeah. And also at that time, you're talking about how he actually invited you on the trip he went to. And like you're talking just before he goes off, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, we used to talk every day, or, and that it can feel so disassociated from yourself in that moment, it feels like.